Alright guys, KFC here. I wanted to real quick do an instruction video for installing the camera mount for the Freewing AL37. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to mark the position for the hole that we're going to cut. And that point is 15.5 inches. The leading edge of the cut is going to be 15.5 inches from the nose, and I just use a square to do this. Okay, for the next step, we're going to go ahead and prepare our mount. There's really not a whole lot to do here. There's two parts involved. There's going to be the template, which is this piece right here. You'll see that it's got two little arrow marks on either side. That'll be the front and the back, and I'll explain that here in just a minute. The other part is the actual mount. What you want to do is go ahead and take this, sand the outside edges nice and smooth so you don't have any little stringers or whatever. And then we're going to take a 256 tap and we're going to run it through each of these four holes here. Okay, that's done. Now let's go ahead and use the template to mark the hole. Here the hole's already cut out, but I want to go ahead and show you how the template works. The template has a curve on the one side and it's flat on the other. And the curve is meant to match the shape of the fuselage. So theoretically you could put this mount anywhere on the airplane that this curve matches. So what you're going to do is you're going to lay the template on the fuselage with the point of the little arrow right on the seam of the airplane, right where the two fuselage halves mate. You're going to take a trusty X-Acto knife and you're going to cut around that template, and that's going to leave you a nice square hole like this. And the next thing you're going to want to do is take your, again, trusty X-Acto knife and split the seam for about 1 inch either side, front to back. I use a little tongue depressor here, and you're going to want to use that to go ahead and open that gap in the seam, because that's where the glue tabs are going to go. Next, we take our little mount, go ahead and fit it into place. Making sure that the edges match neatly. And if you do it right, it ought to be a perfect match for that fuselage. You shouldn't even be able to tell that there's any transition there at all. Now for this, I like to use the Gorilla White. It doesn't foam up as bad as the brown stuff. It's sandable. You can work with it. Take that, use your tongue depressor, and what you want to do is smear it over the inside of the cut, including in these tabs, in these little notches here, because that's where the glue tabs go. And then take your mount and press it in like that. Okay, so the last step in the process is to connect the oh shit bars to prevent the camera from becoming disconnected from the airplane in flight. This is a 1.5 millimeter rod, carbon fiber. There's a hole in here. What we're going to do is we're going to insert this into the hole all the way. There's a little slot there. Take a hobby saw, chop it off, a little bit of thin CA to secure it in place, and you're done.